guys, it's Bex here. I'm here with my friend Rachel DeAlto. She is from RachelDeAlto.com. She's a flirt expert, you're a dating coach, you're like on Steve Harvey and all other kinds of shows that are way more cool than BEXLIFE.
No way, this is the coolest, right here.
So we just did this meditation about love and welcoming love into our lives where it was really clean and sweet, and we're talking about true love, and now she wants to talk about
sex. You have now 5 children.
Okay, so
she's had it.
Here's the quick story. I am pregnant with number 5. I already have 4 kids, and this time we actually tried to do it.
Which is completely different from when you're not trying.
It is very different because this was like a hellish, annoying experience.
Yeah.
Because by, I think, the 3rd night, I think I was sleeping. So I asked her to come along because I know that I have so many girlfriends out there who are trying to get pregnant and thinking about trying to get pregnant, and it's very like science-y.
It can be, and it shouldn't be.
And it shouldn't be. So you're going to give us 3 tips on how to make it not sciencey, how to make it romantic.
How to make a sexy baby. Not a sexy baby.
how to make making a baby sexy. I don't believe you, by the way, before we start.
About what?
I don't think it can be sexy.
Why?
Day 1 was sexy, day 2 was work, day 3 I was sleeping.
Oh my God, 3 days and you already gave up on the sexy? So number 1, the biggest thing that I hear from women is there's a lot of body issues out there, and I know you hear it too. So if you are looking to get pregnant, or you're in a relationship and you're even trying already, and you don't feel good about your body and you don't feel good about yourself as a sexy sexual being, that's going to complicate the entire process. So the first tip is really to understand and perhaps meditate. Use one of your fabulous meditations to understand how awesome you are and that you are sexy and beautiful and wanted by your partner. Going into that sexy time will make you feel better and maybe make you enjoy it more than 3 nights.
What's one tip that, like a sub tip, like let's say like 1A, because you know, my husband's like, put on the Victoria's Secret stuff that I bought you last winter. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no way, that's so disgusting.
That's for men. That's for men.
So how can women do it?
Yeah, it's very different. Guys are visual. They want to see you in the Victoria's Secret or put the heels on in the bed. That's not what we want to do.
No shoes in the bed.
Well, new shoes. Maybe if you've never walked in them before.
Okay.
It's whatever makes you feel sexy. So we all feel sexy in a certain lighting, or maybe there's a scent that makes you feel sexy, or maybe it's after yoga when you've been stretched out and you're just feeling powerful.
After yoga, after shower.
After shower. Well, sometimes I don't sweat during yoga. So I don't know if I...
You're not doing it right.
Okay, apparently not. But really doing something that makes you feel sexy inside so that you can bring that out. So it really is very different for each person.
No, but I like that.
Some women need to get a blowout to feel like they're sexy and put together. Do that as often as you can.
That makes sense. I think that because I have an event on Thursday night. I'm already pregnant, but I have an event this coming Thursday, and I'm going to be all dressed up, and that would probably be the best time to come home and after my blowout.
Well, you can still have sex.
Yeah,
pregnant.
We'll talk about that. Number 2.
Okay, number 2 is not making it work. Being a science experiment is not sexy at all. And the problem that happens is that if you don't get pregnant right away, and I also had an experience. I have 2 kids. My first child was a total surprise. My second child was an actual planned pregnancy. And the difference was so crazy to me because we were tracking my ovulation and going to the doctors. And there's such a need, I think, for a lot of women to control the process and make it really a check-marked event.
Yeah.
And that's really going to ruin the mood. And what I hear from a lot of men in that situation is that they kind of feel like a piece of meat. Like this is just a purpose for science at this point, and it's not romantic. And the fact of the matter is it still should be.
So how do you balance that though? Because you know, I had to track my ovulation and I had to like take the little pee test. So how do you make it not like a science experiment when you're still doing sciencey things?
Well, that actually goes into point 3, which is really keeping foreplay alive, keeping the...
I'm such a busy woman, Rachel.
Come on, ladies. This isn't about like, let's just get it done. And that's what happens when you're super scientific about it. You're like, oh my God, I'm ovulating. Get in here. Like, don't even mess around. Like, just, give me some sperm.
That happened to me though. I took the test in the morning before my husband woke up, and I was like, all right, right now. And he's like, no, let's make dinner tonight. I mean, we're so opposite.
Like, your egg is not going anywhere for a couple hours. So take some time, have the dinner, light a candle, play around a little bit in the bedroom like you did when you weren't trying to procreate, and make it sexier.
I read in Ladies Home Journal one time, when I was like 14, that foreplay starts with good morning. So I did try to make the whole
So you said
day.
good morning?
We said good morning. And then he made me breakfast, and then he pampered me all day, and he was really nice to me. I gave him a baby. But no, I mean, that is really important because I was getting really caught up and I was getting stressed out about it. And stress can be such a deterrent.
Baby-making killer. I mean,
Exactly.
it really can ruin the entire situation. And that's a really good point to bring up is don't get super stressed out about it and don't pass blame. There's a lot of times when you're not getting pregnant right away and then you start creating these relationship issues that weren't there. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And the fact of the matter is there might be nothing wrong with any of you. And it really just is bringing it back to you are two people connecting who are trying to make a beautiful thing happen, but don't put so much pressure on it so that you lose sight of the thing that you already have.
I don't know. After going through this list with you, I feel like it was all me. I'm like this unromantic schedule junkie who just like wanted to get it done and go to sleep.
So how can you bring the sexy back now?
How do I bring it back now?
Yeah.
This is probably a bad question to ask me.
Why?
Well, one, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear my baby screaming in the background. How do we bring it back now? I mean, my husband's super romantic, so he always makes time for us. He's really good about like, let's sit down and have a movie. Or watch a movie. He's really good about taking me out of my own head and out of my schedule. But
So how can you bring that back to him? Since obviously he's being very generous and giving you what
I can't
you need.
say that. You gave me advice earlier that I'm not allowed to say to my audience. Well, thank you so much. I think this is really helpful because women are going to go to their doctors for advice and they're going to go to a lot of different people to handle the medical part of it, but they don't really take care of the spiritual and the emotional part of it, which is just as important when you are making a baby. It's just as important to take care of your relationship and remember why you want to make a baby to begin with. It's because you love each other so much.
Yep, and bring that love into it. And when you do it with love and with all these intentions of love and keeping that love alive in your relationship, it just makes it such a more beautiful experience.
Yeah, and chocolate and champagne helps.
Definitely. Well, maybe not the champagne.
When you're getting pregnant, it's okay.
I have a bunch of free goodies that I want to give to you, and all you have to do is sign up for my weekly newsletter at BEXLIFE.com. Or you could just click on the sign up button right there on your video screen or on the first link in the video description. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in another exclusive BEXLIFE video.